Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap. So today I have with me a very special guest. Let's welcome Mr. Pranay Agarwal.
Thank you, ma'am.
Uh,
Thank you for inviting me here.
Guys, you'll be happy to know that Pranay is one of the youngest selected SEBI officers. He has been selected as a grade A officer this year in SEBI. And Mr. Pranay is just 23 years old. He has been selected. So many congratulations to you, Pranay.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
We are pleased to have you today.
Actually, I'm very happy that I have been invited here to Panchkula. So yeah.
So,
Thank you,
guys,
ma'am.
yes, we actually want to tell you that Pranay has come all the way from Rajasthan.
Jaipur. So I came from Jaipur. I'm from
Right.
Indore, but I came from Jaipur.
So, he came from Jaipur all the way to our head office in Panchkula, and he is here to discuss his strategy. He will tell you all the important points that he went through in the journey of his preparation, and obviously we know that they are going to help you a lot for preparing as aspirants. Pranay can understand because just few months back he was an aspirant himself, and now he will be sitting in the one of the most important regulatory bodies of India for the policy making, right? So, Pranay, we would love to hear your journey. Please tell us something about your introduction, your background.
So I'm a chartered accountant. I passed my examinations in November 2019. I'm a bachelor in commerce too. So I have a internal audit experience, SOP experience from EY. So I have 3 years articleship experience, 1 year post qualification experience with EY. In November 2020, I actually left EY. So just to focus on the examination. Reason being, with the consulting firms, it's not easy to prepare yourself for the exam along with work, because in consulting you have to, I mean, in general, work a lot. So I left EY. Then after giving both the exams, both phases, I joined Deloitte. And after joining Deloitte in April 2021, I actually gave the interview in June, and then the news came that I got selected.
So, rest is the history, we can say. Right. So, Pranay, as you said, you have done CA, right? Commerce background. So, how did SEBI happen to you?
This is the question we are usually asked, like why SEBI or how SEBI. So the point is, I mean, there are two different things. One is, like we talk about package and everything, like the package and everything is good. Like we compare the salary sometimes. I'll talk about the salary afterwards. But the point is, the work you will be doing at SEBI, that's very different. Like at EY, Deloitte, what we do is we work on a particular client or particular 5 to 6 clients. Like I've been with these firms for like last 4.5 years, and I've been working on some particular 4 to 5 clients, and I'm trying to add value to those firms only. So with SEBI, you get to work for the country. That is important. Again, other things are, yes, work life balance, salary perks, other perks are important, but you are getting the power to do things, to make a change, make a difference. That is important. I mean, with EY, with Deloitte, what you'll see is they've got tens of thousands of employees even in India. You'll see just you are part of a big organization. You won't see yourself to be different from others. This is the place wherein you can show yourself, like show people like you have the qualities or you can do something for your country. That is something which is very specific that you can do. I mean, try to not be a part of a cattle. I mean, the big part of those people. Try to do something which really helps you, which really is going to add value. Like in EY, in Deloitte, we work, we investigate things, but with SEBI, you are going to investigate the real issues. So that is something which is important.
Insightful, that information that you have provided to the students. And Pranay, as we were discussing earlier also, you said that so many students who are from the background of commerce, who have done CA, they do not appear in this examination, right?
Yes.
So that is what I was trying to ask earlier also, that uh, what do you think, why do they not come? Are they not aware about this examination? or are they think that this is not as good opportunity as they are doing currently pursuing? What could be the reason?
What I think is most of the people from commerce background, they don't know about this exam. Even I got to know about this exam in September. My friend told me that there is this notification from SEBI, and I have interest in securities market. I have been investing in the market from last 4 years. So I have interest. I got to know that there's an exam. I saw the course. I thought it is more relevant, more inclined with my already academic career. I'm a CA, so I think at least 3 to 4 topics from the phase 2 paper to exam are quite relevant with my course itself.
Of course,
So the biggest reason is people don't know about the exam. If they know it, what they try to do is will pass these exams, will give phase 1, will give phase 2, then interview. So it's a long process, yes. But one needs to understand the perks of being part of SEBI. Other than what I've highlighted earlier, I'll try to highlight some of the things, some of the facts. Um, what I got to know, I'm not sure about it, but what I got to know is from the work-life balance point of view, you get a Saturday and Sunday off. From the location point of view, Mumbai is the base location. Other than that, you have got 4 ROs. So there's no provision that you'll be placed in some village or something. You get paid overtime. Like if you are working after office hours, obviously the approvals are required, but you'll be paid overtime. From the salary perks point of view, if you'll compare it with the private sector, you have to consider taxation and everything. Like 13 is the amount they mention in the draft document, but there are free perks, cash incentives. This is cash incentives only on the basis of declaration. So you'll get 4.5 lakhs of cash incentives. That is excluding tax. Tax is paid by the government. Now, if we'll include the taxation part, so if we compare head on head with the private organization, the package is above 19.5 lakhs. Some things needs to be considered again. There is a pay revision pending from 2017. So that, you can add at least 2 lakhs in that. That is what my assumption is. I don't know about the exact figure. No one knows about the exact figure. But that is what I'm assuming. So from the salary perks point of view, you are getting a lot. You are getting a lot of facilities. There are a lot of other perks too in the organization. So I have received the offer letter. So they mention a lot of things. Meal allowance. There's a meal allowance, and it's the truth. So you have to pay 100 rupees for a month, and the food is really good because I went to Mumbai location, so I had that. So I think there are multiple benefits for being part of SEBI, not just from the work-life balance, salary point of view, but the power, the things you will be doing. So that makes it an important organization. I think that is the reason. I've been part of EY, Deloitte. They used to pay me a lot. They still pay me a lot. But the point is, at SEBI, you are getting much better facilities. You are getting much better work to do. So,
and of course, being part of such a big organization, where you are a part of, you are actually a part of decisions which are going to impact.
yes, that is important. Like what we do, during audit we check what are the regulations. We check them. Now you will be making regulations. That
Exactly.
is something which is very different. So
Right.
in itself, the work is quite. Quite
Different, we
interesting,
can
quite
say,
different,
right.
quite interesting. So that manual work is there obviously, but we'll get to do this kind of things.
So, guys, the point to note here is that, as Pranay has said, that so many students from commerce background itself, they do not appear for this exam. Probably they do not have this awareness that such an exam is there, or even SEBI is offering, like, this is a grade A post, starting officer level post for SEBI. And guys, let me tell you that today's interview is not only going to be about the commerce background candidates. Pranay will obviously share his strategy, how he prepared for the subjects, although those subjects were in sync with his academics. But still, I am sure that non-commerce background students can also pick up the points from here. So be aware about this exam. If you are not preparing, tell your friends who are preparing for other exam, let's say. They should know, especially from commerce background. Pranay has told me that students, even his own colleagues, they did not appear.
Two of my colleagues from EY, they appeared, they failed, and they were all CAs. They both were CAs. They cleared their examination in first attempt, but they were not able to clear the first phase itself. So I mean, there are things that we need to consider.
Right. So, Pranay, like on that note, taking
Yes.
the step forward, as you said, phase one was students were not able to clear, being from CA background, let's say. So, would you say that phase one is the most difficult part of this exam?
So I'll split it between the degrees. I'll say so for the engineers, I think phase one is easy, but for the commerce background, phase one is hard. Reason being, I'll quote the numbers first. So I scored 30.32 marks in my phase one paper
Paper
one
one.
exam, and the cutoff was 30. So I just passed the exam. That shows that how important that exam is. Most of my friends they failed in that particular paper. So what I'm trying to highlight is for the BTech or the engineering background, it is more relevant because the course is related to LR, quant, and they have quite knowledge about it. So for the commerce background people, they are. I mean, what I'm trying to say is they need to study. They need to prepare the paper well. I mean, it's a 100 marks paper. We think that 30 marks we can score. I thought the same, but the problem was time. I mean, LR one can solve if we'll give them time. If you'll give me time, I can solve. But within like few seconds, you have to solve the question. That is more important. So there, I think the coaching is important. I didn't take any coaching, but I think for commerce background, paper one, phase one is important. And if you don't have knowledge about all these tricks and things, their coaching is important. For the paper two, phase one, that is on the content based, I mean the academic based. That is where you need to decide whether you have to take guidance or not. I didn't take any guidance, but for the commerce people, I think the paper is quite easy. But for the science people, that paper is quite hard.
It's gonna be,
So
yes,
that is
of
what I
course.
think. Also, one of the most important fact that is on the website itself. Like as far as I remember, more than 1 lakh people filled the forms, but only 65,000 attempted. Out of 65,000, only 15,000 people passed the phase one
Phase
exam.
one, right?
So that is almost like five. I mean 1/5.
Right.
20-25% people. So that in itself shows that most of the people who were quite deserving failed in the phase one exam itself, and I could have failed. So that is what I want to highlight. That for me, phase one paper was the hardest.
So, like, give due weightage. Although this time there was this cutoff that 30, if you get 30% marks,
Yes.
you'll clear. But still, you should give due weightage. Pranay has given his example that he cleared, although he has scored really well in phase one, paper two.
Yes.
Right.
So I scored 80 out of yes, I have scored 83 out of 100. So that paper was quite easy for me. But again, you have to pass the both exams. That is important. Both papers.
So, like, give due weightage to both the papers because anyhow you have to clear your phase one first, right? Then only your
Yes.
preparation for phase two is gonna be helpful there. So, Pranay, like as you said, you have already told this that students might take help if they feel that they are not as good in quant, reasoning, English, or even GA for that matter, right? So, what did you do to prepare, or would you like to give some tips that this is the way that you can at least this much you should do for paper one?
So I'll say my preparation was not that good enough for the paper on phase one, but I'll try to highlight some of the facts. So it has 4 parts. I mean GA, English, quant, and reasoning. The problem with quant and reasoning is it takes time. These were my focus areas when I attempted, but the mistake was it takes time. I didn't have enough time to clear this. I mean complete this paper. The easiest part is GA.
Right.
One needs to understand this that general awareness would help them clear the paper easily because you have got 20 questions, and if you are good enough in GA, it doesn't take more than I'll say 20 seconds to
No, the
check
question
this
mark
single
it, right?
to mark the question right. So the easiest part is GA from the time point of view, but you have to prepare well. Now for that, I'll suggest if you are good enough, you read your newspaper daily, I think that is enough. But if you don't have that, I'll suggest there that you should have coaching. I mean, that is the most important thing. Second thing is, I'm just trying to put in the sequence. Even if you don't have knowledge, try to attempt GA first, because it won't take more than 3 to 4 minutes to complete the whole
20
20 questions.
Right.
Second, you should attempt English, because English questions are mostly direct, except for some of the RC questions. There were some of the questions wherein you have to read the paragraph and answer multiple questions. But other than that, there were certain questions which were direct. So try to give importance to time first. I was not able to attempt a lot of questions. So try to give importance to time first. If you are so good in LR and quant, obviously you can attempt that first, but don't miss the GA part, because the questions can sometimes be very easy. Like like for example, you belong to a certain state, they'll put a question from there, then you can pick it up. So and it won't take more than 3-4 minutes. So ideally you should not miss the GA part, and if that is the strength of yours, it's easy to clear.
Right. So GA, English, and then quant and your reasoning. This is the priority. You can go for attempting the paper. Okay. Keep in mind, because GA, yes, you are right, because 20 marks are there. Quant reasoning students feel that we have already done quant reasoning. Let me focus there itself. But as Pranay highlighted, the time constraint is there. So if you start with GA followed by English, it will be like you'll have a good chance of at least knowing more questions. Right.
More questions, and GA is quite direct. आता है नहीं आता है छोड़ो आगे
Right,
चलो.
exactly. And one thing I would like to highlight, this time also questions were from like latest 3 months just before the examination, जो current affairs part.
I'll mark something here. I read about these Bandhan Bank's license. There was this question कि किसको सबसे पहले
right.
license मिला था. I knew that. और एक second लगा. Maybe that question helped me to pass the exam. So
Right.
I mean,
बिल्कुल
that is
easy
important.
है remember करने को. When you, as Pranay said, if you read newspapers, that will develop your understanding of the things.
It
Right?
would help in interview also. And I mean, you don't have to learn these things. You just have to read, because वहाँ पे click हो जाएगा.
लेकिन Pranay, a very important point I have this, because we get this query a lot कि I am preparing for SEBI. Students are there. Students say that, do we need to refer to newspapers on a daily basis? Like because when we say that you have to cover newspapers, what students do is that they'll open the newspaper, they'll spend 3-4 hours on going through it, making notes, and that becomes difficult when you have other things also to prepare for.
So here I'll say I'm a lazy kind of guy. So I mean, what I'll say is try to find a source wherein you can get all the stuff ready. So I highlighted coaching just because of this reason. Reading newspaper is not sometimes feasible. I started reading newspapers from after phase 2 exam, because I knew I had to I mean, go through all the facts and figures. But for GA, they can ask you even before, say, 6 months, before
Right.
9 months. So you cannot read the whole newspaper always, because even if I pick up a newspaper, even I take more than an hour to read the whole newspaper properly. So therein I suggest you can refer a coaching material, but you can read the newspaper. That would be the best part. But if you cannot, I think I mean, their coachings can really help a lot. Even I mean, if we'll come to interview part, I'll explain that part also.
Right.
The file of tabs and all. So.
ठीक है. So this was about your paper 1. Phase 1 and paper 1. Now moving on to paper 2, Pranay, because paper 2 is gonna be there in phase 1. The same subjects in phase 2 also. So first let's talk about, because you are from commerce background itself. So first we'll talk about the students who are from commerce background. What would you like to tell them? Where to start? What is the, let's say, the sync with your subjects that you have read in your course, let's say, such things. And then we will also try to address the concerns of the non-commerce background students.
So basically there are 6 parts in paper 2 phase 2, the commerce paper. So in that paper you need to understand that most of the things are from commerce. Like for an MBA, management is there, commerce is there, economics is there, I mean,
Finance.
finance is there. for a CA, costing is there, Companies Act is there, accounts is there. So most of the course gets covered from your academic knowledge itself. So first thing is that for commerce students, it's quite easy, but there's a difference. Paper one, phase one, paper two. In phase two, paper two, the course is same, but the questions are quite difficult in phase two, paper two. So
Right.
it's not like that you have passed the exam or I've scored 83 in paper one, phase one,
One.
paper two, phase one, but it's not quite easy in the
Same
in the
in
same
paper
paper.
2 or phase 2 also.
Yes. So you have to prepare hard. I mean, you have to prepare for the things. Like for example, in Companies Act, they've mentioned some of the chapters, and they've told that from these chapters we'll ask questions, but it includes the whole Companies Act. Now they have picked up some of the questions from other than those 6 chapters. So what I'm trying to highlight is you need to study everything, and you need to prepare well for the paper 2 at least, because I mean each question forms almost 2 marks. So that is important. I mean, what is the spread that we are talking about? We are talking about the spread of not more than 6 marks, 6 to 7 marks in general. Say UR category. Same is in the case of OBC. Like for example, what would be the cutoff? 70 to 76, 77 for the general. So the cutoff is very small. So even 2 marks is important. So prepare your subjects. I'll suggest पहले easy कर लो ताकि उनका टेंशन खत्म, then prepare the hard ones. और that's the best thing to do.
तो इसमें प्रणय कमिंग ऑन टू दिस इजी या फिर कौन सा पहले करना चाहिए, देयर आर सब्जेक्ट्स लाइक कंपनीज एक्ट फॉर एग्जांपल, एज फार एज आई नो सो मेनी थिंग्स आर देयर टू क्रैम अप, है ना, काफी कुछ है उसमें. स्टूडेंट्स हैव दिस प्रॉब्लम कि हाउ टू रिमेंबर, इतना कुछ है, ये पेनल्टी हो गया, ये लॉ है, एग्जैक्ट सेक्शन हो गया उसका, हाउ टू रिमेंबर ऑल दैट थिंग, कि कैसे करें.
So this is more important, I think, for the other than commerce background, because commerce background usually learns all these things. For other than commerce who doesn't have knowledge about the Bayer Acts, I think there you need to have some guidance for sure. Even when I passed my CA exams, I took coaching. In this paper I didn't, but in those papers I did take coaching. Why? Because Companies Act is not that simple. I mean, you need to understand the nitty-gritties of these laws. You need to understand why these are made. Each and every section is important. Now, about learning, you don't have to cramp it. Firstly, understand the reason behind it. Now, the things comes about learning things. So, for penalties and all these limits and all, usually you need to understand that mostly the questions are not asked directly from these penalties. They won't pick like कि 5 लाख की penalty है या 1 लाख की. They usually don't do these kind of things. Though they'll pick up the section numbers. In which section this provision is mentioned. For example, removal of directors. So is it 167, 164 or vacancy and all. So they may pick those things. But the penalties and all, usually they don't pick a lot of questions. They'll pick a single question or two. Not more than that. How to prepare for that? What I used to do, I used to make a 3 to 4 page table. I used to mention all the penalties over there, all the penalties and all the, what are the provisions. Like for example, on whom the internal audit provision is applicable. Section 138 says that internal audit provision is applicable on these kind of companies. So I used to make a table, and it won't take more than 3 to 4 pages for penalties and for these limits to write all these things and just remember. कोई भी याद नहीं रख सकता इतनी सारी. That is quite reasonable. So what we can do is कि last day we read it so that it's in our mind. We don't have to learn it. वहाँ गए एकदम से click हुआ and we'll mark it.
So guys, that highlights 2 points here according to me, what I've understood. Okay, the things that you find difficult, okay, this can be for any background you're coming from, okay, commerce hai, non-commerce hai, make short handwritten notes. They are always going to be helpful.
I mean, what you cannot learn, what you cannot remember, make a short note of it. आखिरी दिन पढ़ के चले गए तो that helps.
So making notes plus revision.
Revision is
the
important,
things
yes.
those you find already difficult, उनको you make it more difficult for yourself to revise. कि पहले पढ़ाई इतनी मुश्किल से है, बाद में रिवाइज कैसे होगा. So as Pranay has highlighted, whatever you feel is difficult, make notes, short notes I would suggest.
Yes.
full ऐसा नहीं बुक ही उठाती है पूरा.
I have only 3 to 4 pages prepared.
Right.
उतने में हो गया बस.
see.
So the point is, second most important thing is कि don't refer a lot of sources. Refer a single source. For example, I was preparing for say accounts. I referred only my ICI material. मेरे पास पढ़ा था. I referred only that. Don't go for a lot of things. If you are going for a coaching material, I've seen IJUTAB's material also. I think that is good enough. I mean, you can, and don't think about like covering everything in so deep if you don't have knowledge about it. Because I mean, when I was preparing for Companies Act, I took 2 months only for prepare Companies Act. So it takes a lot of time. So you need to focus on a single material and just do it. I mean, it's not that you have to go in so detailed sometimes in some of the provisions. I mean, sometimes you need to go, but in some of the provisions, it's not that required. That is also the thing.
So the idea is, again,
Take knowledge about everything, I'll say.
right, acknowledge, then make this clarity in your mind that okay, this is gonna what I'm gonna refer.
Yes.
ऐसा नहीं हो I have to read accounts, I have to read let's say finance पढ़ना है, I have 4 sources, इसके लिए 4 for this. Shorten your sources, then cover that. उसके बाद if required make notes wherever you feel that you find it difficult. नहीं भी लग रहा है handwritten notes बना सकते हो, and then revise them. As Pranay said, before the exam, it will be easy for you to revise that quickly. है ना? तो Pranay, out of these 6 subjects, which subject do you find very easy? Like this is the easiest subject.
For me, I'll say Companies Act, accounts and costing were the easiest.
Easiest.
I think the costing part and the accounts were more easier for me. But they've got, in the exam, they've got the numerical questions, if you know. And for those, I'll say they were not quite hard. So they were usually plus minus kind of questions. You just have to know the rules. So it was not that hard in the exam. Though I left one of the question of costing because it was quite long. So I left that question. That is not the thing. But you need to know that solving those numericals is not that hard. At least so for in 11th and 12th I've been part of science stream. So I know how hard numericals can be. But in commerce it's quite different. You need to know the rules and you just have to add and subtract. You don't have to do much. So if you know the rules, that is quite enough. Like for example, what are the things we are going to capitalize in a fixed asset? So it's very simple if you know the rules. So you just have to add 5 things, not to add 2 things, and you get the answer.
So good that you have touched on this point because I was gonna come on this only. This again, a lot of queries we get that the numerical part of the paper, how to go for it. Is it gonna be very difficult? What level should I restrict my preparation to for numerical part? So just few tips for the students from your experience.
What I'll suggest is for both costing and for accounts. These are the main numerical
based, right?
Questions. Firstly, for accounts, say for example, you have a AS on inventories. So that AS is quite small, and you have particular rule, very easy rules for how to determine what needs to be the valuation of inventory. So it's very easy if you will read the rules. So if you know the rules, solve a couple of questions, not more than 2 or 3. That covers all these things, and you can pass the exam because they are not asking you very confusing or very typical questions.
Right.
Reason being, अगर inventory का उतना tough question या fixed asset का उतना tough question वो उठाते, it in itself would take 20 minutes.
Right.
They cannot ask that hard questions. What they ask is ये add करा, ये less करा, and done. And they are not quite hard rules. So I'll say at least read the rules, and you'll get to know कि क्या add करना है, क्या less करना है. Costing part में there's this contribution के questions. Now for those you have to solve not more than 20 questions in your preparation itself, and you'll know all the rules, what it means and how to solve them, and you'll get to learn कि क्या करना है. That is what I think.
So the point is कि due respect and weightage to be given जो आपके costing है, accounts है, जहाँ पे आने वाला है, लेकिन please make sure that just do not confuse yourself numerical part में ही, है ना, that
I mean, it's not that hard.
right.
This is what I'm saying. मैं भी डर जाता था केमिस्ट्री के क्वेश्चंस देख के. So the point is you are supposed to attempt them, try to be calm, read those things and attempt them.
A reasonable practice, right? Know the rules, know
Know
the
the
reasonable practice, and that shall suffice. Because as you said, Pranay, not I have heard the same thing from many candidates, that there was one lengthy question, right?
There was one
And
lengthy.
everyone was like, we left that question for the common sense that it is gonna take time. So let me attempt other questions first. So understand that they are not asking very lengthy questions. So do the practice, due weightage given, and that's it. Just do not be confused in the numerical part itself, right? ठीक है. तो Pranay, anything else you'd like to add on to the preparation of these subjects you feel? जैसे mock test, you told me you haven't attempted mock tests.
So I didn't attempt any of the mock test. I did attempt the couple of interviews, but not the mock test, because what I thought was कि we need to learn things. We need to know about the knowledge. Like for example, Companies Act है, so I know what is Companies Act, what they can ask. So I tried to focus on that. I knew that the questions would be objectives. So I had quite a bit idea that they cannot ask something very remote. So that is the reason I didn't attempt any of the mock test. So that is also the reason.
ठीक है. And Pranay, touching on the strategy for like these, this is the discussion about subjects, right? Touching on the strategy, like how many hours do you think? Again, this is something which depends on each and every student, right? It is very subjective, but still, that at least this much amount of preparation should be done. These many hours should be given for the preparation on a daily basis, let's say, because many students are there who might start preparing right from now. But so many students would prepare when the notification is going to be out, right? So how, like on a daily basis, this should be done? Prepare these subjects just before the notification. On those lines, we wanted to touch.
I'll suggest you should know the course. I mean, what is the course? How much you have to study? That is the most important part. Like for example, in the current notification, in the past notification of 2020, the finance part was quite not that big. I thought the accounts part and the economics part was bigger. So that was my take. So what I think is you need to understand the course first, and you need to understand how much time you would take to learn those things. Like for me, I had those knowledge about those subjects, so it was not that tough for those particular 3 to 4 subjects. So I took very less time on that. But if you don't have knowledge, you will need time. And I think 4 to 5 hours is a bare minimum if you'll start even from today and you don't have knowledge about those topics. If you have knowledge about those topics, I think then you are just supposed to revise all those topics. That is important.
So whenever you start, the key is what Pranay has emphasized, that have the clarity, have the knowledge that what are you going to prepare, right? Which subject you feel you are weak in. Identify your strength, as he emphasized earlier also, that work on your weakness also, what strength is there, work on that also, so that you can make it more scoring in the paper.
Yes.
Right? So it again completely depends on you individually, that how you can, how much time you can devote on a daily basis or weekly basis, depending on if you're working or non-working, right? So Pranay, moving on to the next paper in the phase 2, that is your English part.
So firstly, there are 3 parts in English paper. One is essay, second is precis, third is reading comprehension. So the most easiest part is reading comprehension and precis. The content is already there. You have to pick up the content, make your own lines and write the answer. In there, you need to understand about the pattern. You need to more of understand the structure of the answers you have to perform. Like for example, I've learned a lot of things before going for exam. Like for example, in precis, you have to write not more than 1/3 of the words. So that is important. That is something you need to know. You have to give a heading. Heading should not be so different or so. Don't try to put a lot of brains of yours in the heading itself. I wrote a very simple heading. So I think precis and reading comprehension, you just need to know more of the structure and prepare like 3 to 4 times. You should answer those type of questions, and that would be enough. But in case of essay, that is the hardest part. First thing is word limit. I crossed the word limit a lot. So
Yes.
it was a 200 word limit. I wrote 270 words. So their practice is important. Second thing is there are 6 topics in there. So 6 topics is quite enough to pick up a topic and answer. So there were 2 technical topics, 4 were quite open topics. You can write anything you want. This kind of topics. So I picked the technical one. I tried to highlight things. I tried to highlight the knowledge, but try to pick up something wherein you can really ace yourself. Like for example, I picked the topic of mergers and acquisitions. So I had the knowledge about recent affairs. Like for example, of merger, I had knowledge about Vodafone and Idea. For acquisitions, I had knowledge about Bhushan Steel being acquired by Tata Steel. Or for current recent going on mergers, I have knowledge about Jindal Stainless being getting merged with Jindal Stainless Hisar. So try to pick some of the topics that are that you have knowledge about and try to practice them. Therein, you the facts could help. Now, how facts could help is, as I told you, I mentioned some of the mergers and acquisitions.
Right.
Like for example, in coachings, you get to know a lot of facts. They tell you a lot of common topics that could appear, and there are 6 topics. There could be hundreds of topics that are possible. So if you are planning, to prepare, I think you can pick those topics that the coachings are suggesting maybe, because at last the questions or the topics given in the essay are not so different from those suggested by any of them. So from that part, I think it would be easier.
Right. And that essay part that you have told, so what I get to know is that choose your battle.
Yes,
You cannot just randomly write anything. As you said, you have crossed the word limit 200, you went to 270.
270. Yeah.
Right. So please understand, guys, that you should adhere to word limit, as Pranay said. How can you do that? That you have to mention due facts, due current things, if associated figures, in a prescribed word limit. But again, he could cross the word limit because he had decent enough knowledge on that particular thing, what he was writing about.
Uh, there's a confusion there. No one knows about whether it is checked manually or by computer.
Right.
But I think if it is checked by computer, I would score a lot less marks in essay. But if it is checked manually, I can surely say that I could score good marks considering the content I have written. So I'll suggest adhere to the word limit and try to write the exact content till we don't know that whether it's checked manually or digitally. I'll try to highlight some of the things with respect to English paper. Firstly, the interface is very bad, so you need to prepare yourself. Try to write on your write through the keyboard so that you can be well versed. What happened with me was, the interface is in such a way that you cannot see the whole line itself. You have to move. You have to pick up your mouse and move the scroll so as to check what you have written in a single line. Now you have to write multiple lines. So even what happened with me, either there was a spelling mistake that I could not check, or either I have written a single word twice. That is something I cannot check very easily. So you need to prepare well for those things. Second thing, the word count is automatically there, so you don't have to worry that you have to count those words. There's on the system itself, it counts the words. That is why I'm so precise that I have written 270.
Right.
So these 2 things are important. Try to write an essay with your laptop itself. There are multiple things that you can use. Like most of the people suggest Grammarly. Therein, if you write, it would ideally, I think, count the words too.
They will count, yes.
So that can really help because it will pick up the mistakes also, the grammar mistakes or the spelling mistakes.
Right.
So that is it.
So basically, you should have knowledge about what you are writing. Know the structure. If it is RC, if it's Presse, you should have the structure in mind. Then moving on to essay, choose the topic wisely. Just do not randomly pick anything. You should be able to write good uh, words, because 200 is not that such a very less number of words, and not
Not
even
not a lot, not a lot. I mean, it's not so many words. It's not so less words.
right.
I actually wrote around 300 words and started deleting something, deleting something, deleting something, and it took a lot of time. So, I mean, try to adhere with the word
Word
limit.
limit. And
In
do-
case it is checked digitally, it
Right.
won't really be a negative thing.
So, if you are not aware about that, as we all are not, so keep that thing in mind that you should adhere to the word limit and try to write decently. For that, do practice. As you said that they can at least write few essays beforehand for the practice. I would suggest one more thing, because you get there this monitor and keyboard.
Yes.
Right. So one student shared with us that they did this practice but on laptop. When they went there in the paper, there was this keyboard, the interface, the keyboard.
The keyboard is
right.
the keys are not so great there. So I'll say something. So we reach almost 1 hour early to the center. So what I started doing was I started writing the roll number again and again. I used to write other things so that I can get used to those keys. I mean, the important thing was that the keyboard is not so good. So that,
So
that can
practice
help.
again, right? He acquainted himself in that time. He used that time. So what you can do is you can get a keyboard properly, the separate one which is with monitor, and practice writing through that also. थोड़ा उससे
That is also possible.
right है ना. Although you never know, वहाँ जाके keyboard is not even of that level, but still you
And you can ask them. You can ask them to change your keyboard if it's not working properly. That is allowed there.
for that
is
check
clearly
कर लो है ना
हाँ.
पहले ही. ठीक है. Right. So I think we have discussed decently well about paper. हो गया आपका phase 2, phase 1 you have touched on, right? So Pranay, moving on to one of the, I would say, the most important part is your interview, the recruitment process, right? So after you were done with phase 2, how did you? Because you also did not know what questions would be there. So how did you start? Where did you start from?
So here I would like to highlight some of the things. Here I referred to the material by EduTab. So I searched, I found a group wherein a lot of people were passed. So I got to know about this thing. I referred the material about the securities market and the current affairs from EduTab. That is the, I mean, that content really helped. Reason being, in the interview, you should expect all the questions. It's not that they won't ask something from the securities market or anything else. They can ask it from anywhere. So, I mean, these on the EduTab website, I found a lot of general awareness related to not just securities market but the whole financial market.
Right.
So that really helped. Secondly, they had these videos of all the regulations and everything. I've learned all these things. Rather than learning, I'll say I watched all those videos. Now, how can it help? Maybe it's possible they won't ask you this question, but what you can do, if they'll ask you some question, you can add this regulation while speaking, while giving the answer. If that happens, it would automatically give you bonus points.
Exactly.
I mean, they'll be very happy that you have at least knowledge about these things. It's not possible. See, both things can happen. They may ask you, they may not. If they ask you, you have knowledge about it. They don't ask you, you can show how unique you are. You can show how you can stand, I mean, above others. That is important. See, in interview, it's 15% weightage. In a phase 2 papers, it's 85% weightage.
Right.
But the thing is that 85% doesn't have so much of the spread. Within 5 to 6 marks, as I told you, the whole selection happens. So the interview part is the deciding part. So that 15% is a lot when we consider this thing. So try to prepare your interview. Other than that, I took two mock interviews, one with Agitech, one with other guy. So from the interview, what I got to know is that I need to study about the things, at least about the financial markets, at least about the current affairs. Now, how I can explain this is, um, after discussion with a lot of people who gave the interview, many questions were asked related to financial markets, be it bond yields, US bond yields, Germany bond yields, be it current gold exchange, be it independent directors, be it accredited investors. I mean, a lot of things. Be it
Credit rating
frauds,
agencies
trade.
and all.
Even I was asked
Hmm.
about credit rating agencies. I was asked about investor protection in education
Hmm.
fund, IPEF, IEPF, and all of. So what I'm trying to highlight is that I mean these things are important. You need to have knowledge about a lot of things. Financial markets is an important thing that they can ask multiple questions from there. I mean, that's the thing. Now, some of the questions are very common over there. Like they ask you about yourself, then they ask you why SEBI. Now, this is something which I think is important. Why SEBI? You need to answer something that, in a way, you can connect yourself with SEBI. It's
Right.
not that you should say work-life balance. It's not that you should say salary perks, incentives. This is not something which is why SEBI would hire you.
Like I would say here one thing, Pranay, that you should not give your personal just
Yes,
opinion that why I want to join SEBI. Not think about yourself only. You should be in a situation why SEBI should also have you. Right.
yes.
So try to make that build that this will be helpful for me and SEBI that way.
So what I tried to highlight was I tried to highlight my work experience with SEBI, that I have knowledge about these things. I have knowledge about audits. I have knowledge about how to investigate things, fraud or other things. I tried to highlight that I would like to use these things in SEBI so that I can really,
Hmm.
I mean, investigate things for the public at a whole. So I thought this was quite, I mean, convincing. Firstly, I would like to highlight that they have a poker face. They won't tell you whether they are convinced or not. Second thing, they are quite good. I mean, nature-wise, they are so smile. They are all smiley faces. So they give you time, but yes, the questions are quite rapid. Like you don't get more than 3 to 4 seconds to, I mean, think. But yes, the panel is so good. So you'll be asked a lot of questions. Time wise also, I mean, there was a great difference. Some were interviewed for just 10 minutes, some were some were even interviewed for 20 to 25 minutes. So I mean, the I was interviewed for 15 minutes approximately. I don't know the exact time. So I mean, both were selected from the 25 minutes also, from the 10 minutes also. So that is not important. The important is you should know what you are going to answer. They also ask, like, mostly to the people from other than commerce background. But even I was asked this question: how you can add value to SEBI? Now this is very important. This is important because you need to show them how really you can help them. It's not that you can tell them that I mean, I'll learn there, or um, probably that I any other answer, but you are supposed to tell them something which really can help them, be it from your work experience, be it from your academic experience. Like even the freshers were selected.
Hmm.
So even they can tell that we have this kind of knowledge, or we have participated in these things. I'll try to highlight something which I highlighted that I know about data analytics. I do these kind of things with EY and Deloitte. So they cross question. So first thing is, you should not lie. Try to be as truthful as possible, because they'll cross question you on any of the topic they want. So they asked me how data analytics can help SEBI.
Hmm.
So now therein I had two choices: either to explain data analytics, or I give an example. I decided on the second thing. I gave the example of Mr. Hemant Gai from CNBC Hours. That is open news, so I can highlight. So I gave this example and I told them that this fraud or this thing can be easily identified by data analytics. So this is something which showed them that I know what is data analytics and I am well versed with the current affairs. So what I mean to say is that try to give an answer that really can relate you with SEBI. It's not that you give an open answer or you say that we'll learn or we'll do this kind of things, but try to tell something related.
So yeah, the idea is that you have to be honest first of all, because you cannot be just portraying yourself as someone else there. They
That
will
is
come to know.
important. I mean, people were asked, like for example, which country has negative yields. Now they just don't stop there. They'll cross question you. Why
Yes.
do they have negative yields? What you can do to,
Hmm.
I mean, address that issue. So
Right.
they try to understand your knowledge. It's not important that you give the correct answer. It's important that you put your brain in some right direction. Like they asked a lot of people whether there is a bubble in the current stock market. Now there are different views among different people. Like some says it's not a bubble, but even RBI is once told that it's a bubble. So both have their perspectives. You should know how to support your answer. That is also important because they can cross question you.
Right. So, two things I have noted down here. That one, you told me and the students that this newspaper reading after phase 2 can help a lot. So that you should do, right, students, after you are done. If even in the process you can read, that's a good thing. But at least after you are done with your phase 2, start reading newspapers. Any specific newspaper would you like to suggest?
I'll suggest any of the finance related newspaper. I used to read Business Standard.
Right. So Live Mint, Business Standard.
Yes, because
Business
I mean
Line.
they've got all the content, almost all the content which is going on in the markets. And I'll suggest don't go for the articles, the digital articles. They are quite small. The real data, the real content is in the newspapers only. Because I used to refer those articles, but when I started reading, I mean, there's no match between a newspaper and a
Right.
digital content. Even from ET Markets, so many can do.
So, refer to newspapers, start reading them. Then, as you said, that know about yourself well. What you are going to tell there, you should be having this clarity that this is what I am going to exactly tell everything, right? Then, Pranay, about SEBI also, as you said, the regulations, the current affairs, or the financial market thing, all those things have also to be prepared. And SEBI, about SEBI itself, you said.
Yes, so they ask you questions. Like I've been asked that, tell us about the departments in SEBI. So general questions can be asked, and they expect you to know these at least simple questions. Regulations may be something which is very specific. If you don't prepare for it, it's not a very big issue because they know no one can know all the regulations and all. But if you prepare and you add that during your interview, that can really help. And it's a competitive exam, I think, and I mean, it was my first competitive exam after IIT. So I think, yes, I mean, it's a tough exam, so we need to prepare for it. It's not that easy.
So prepare well, and SEBI website can be referred for these things,
Yes.
right?
One more thing, with interviews, try to give as much interviews as much you can. I'll try to explain this. After I left EY, when I was trying to find a job after 2 phases of exams, even I gave 10 to 15 interviews to find a job that is proper enough with the package and all. So it's not about that it's gonna be very easy even in private sector to find a job. So what I'm trying to highlight is giving multiple interviews tells you where there is a mistake that is coming out. I mean, I was able to give that answer on data analytics within 2 seconds because of the practice only. I also come from not a very big city. I come from a Sendwa town, but yes, I've been out for more than 6 7 years. So I've learned all these things because I've given a lot of interviews. I'm trying to highlight the same thing. Try to give a lot of interviews. Confidence is important there. If you'll be confident, you'll be giving the answer to the point. That could really help. So yes, that is very important.
So highlights you have actually told us. All the most important things required that have been told to you already, guys. So I would suggest take note of these things, because each and everything in detail he has told that what things you should cover, how you should cover, even mock interviews. He has told that you can take mock interviews even if you are, like, let's say, working, or you are preparing for some other exam. That mock interview will help you to tell that what knowledge you have. You can gauge that for yourself.
What I'll highlight here is try to identify your weakness and try to address them. Like I'll say, my weakness was phase one, paper one. I told you that if I'll have to give the exam again. There, I may have to take coaching. But for me, paper two was not that hard. So I'll suggest find your weaknesses and try to work on it. Because even on the interview part, I took two mock interviews. What I got to know is कि नहीं यार कुछ भी पूछ सकते हैं, थोड़ा तो डर है. मतलब इट्स नॉट दैट बहुत रैंडम पूछेंगे, रहेगा सारा उसमें से ही, बट यू विल गेट टू अंडरस्टैंड थिंग्स, यू विल गेट द कॉन्फिडेंस. सो देयर इन आफ्टर दैट आई थॉट नहीं बोल तो लूंगा, वो कॉन्फिडेंस दैट इज देयर बिकॉज ऑफ द सो मच ऑफ द प्रैक्टिस, बट इट हेल्प. सो आई सजेस्ट कि identify the weaknesses, identify the things that you need to work on and work on that. That is something which we can.
So this is for guys, like, for the complete process of the paper, not only for interview. Starting from phase one, he gave his own example. Identify what you're good at, what you're not, and then work on it. And then have clarity that this is what I'm gonna refer to, this is how I'm gonna prepare, and then stick to the plan. Right?
Yes.
So that has been an insightful information of the interview, full of insightful information. I really
Thank you,
hope students are gonna really thankful to you. They're gonna be thankful to provide them such a detailed information about the paper process. So thank you, Pranay, for coming. Anything you'd like to add on?
I like to say that I try to be as truthful as possible so that it can really help. I mean, focus on what you can do and do that. I mean, see, there are a lot of people out there saying a lot of things, but focus what you have to do, what are your weaknesses, and time. You can prepare the exam in 4 months also, you can prepare it in 8 months also, but try to understand things, try to first identify what you have to prepare, how you have to prepare. That is important.
So again, I think you guys, if you get some queries, you can post in the comments of the video itself, right? We will try to address that. So again, Pranay, we wish you all the very best from the entire EduTap family, all the students and faculty. We hope, we know you are gonna make the best officers, right? One of the best
I
officers.
don't know.
All the best to you, Pranay.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. And I want to thank EduTap. There are 2-3 reasons for that. First thing, I really like the material, the interview material. I really like the mock interview because I mean the interviewer himself was very relevant from the CV. And the third thing is I was invited here and I tried to tell them that I'll be visiting and I'll try to, because it's quite easy to be there physically and explain things. So that is the reason I'm there.
So I think that we really feel that has been done by you, right? So again, thank you guys for joining in. Drop us a mail at hello@edutab.co.in for any query, even if you have for Pranay, or you can mention in the comments, right? Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you so much.